Hey, my name's Shelby, and I just wanted to go over how I break down sides for each day as a sound mixer. So the first thing I do is I put the scene numbers at the bottom of the page that they start on, and I'll show you why. So, start here. This says scene 4, part 2. I'm just gonna put 4. Scene 5. Scene 8, Scene 9,
Is the response to loud noises.
long scene, Scene 10, and Scene 53. Alright, so now I've got all the corners numbered out. Now what I'm going to do, which most of it happens on scene 9, is fold back the paper on the corner, like this. I'm just going to do all that with all of these real quick. So now I've done that with all of these. So what I now usually do is I rip these out, usually with scissors or, just like the ends, fold it a couple times and then rip it off. I'll do that right now. Pull it, comes right off. Okay, so now the reason why I do that is, say, you're wanting to look at scene, let's say 8. The quickest way you can do it is by, I went past it, there it is, there's scene 8. Or say you need to go to after that long scene, which was scene 9, right? Let's say we wanted to go to 53. You can easily see 53, and now you know exactly where to go. So that's why I do that. I find that super helpful. That's like the biggest tip for me. But another thing, and this comes more as a sound mixer, I feel like that can be more helpful for anybody, but this is what I do as a sound mixer. So I look and I see who's in the next scene, scene 3, or cast number 3 on 4 part 2. And if you look here, it also says POV. So I don't actually think there's any dialogue in this. This was we already shot the scene and we just needed that extra shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 0 right here. But, say if we were doing the real scene, I would put, 1. Or there's 2 people talking on the phone, so 2. And then I would, whatever. So let's go to scene 5. No dialogue. And this is mainly just focusing on wires, like how many people need a microphone. All right, scene number 8. We got Maggie, nosy neighbor. It's 2. All right. Scene 8. It's 2. All right, now here's the next thing as a sound mixer that I like to kind of put into perspective. So that was scene 8. It was Maggie and nosy neighbor, right? So let's find Maggie. Maggie is number 9. So let's put a little dot under 9. Okay, and the other actor is nosy neighbor. So nosy neighbor is 11. So now you can see that number 9 and number 11 are the only 2 people that need to be mic'd. So yeah. So let's see. Let's continue. So let's go to 53. Sean has 1 line. Usually I try not to wire somebody for 1 line, but sometimes, depending on the framing, you might not be able to get around it. So let's just go ahead and assume. Okay, so it looks like we're actually doing the POV, looking out of the window. So no dialogue, actually. So let's go to scene 10. All right, we got Harlan. Has 3 lines, okay. So it's just Harlan. 1, 3, and 9. Harlan is 3, so let's go with 3. So now we know who needs to be mic'd. Let's go to scene 17. I don't think that was in the sides, actually. Yeah, there's no dialogue in that anyway. Okay, scene 9, the big one. So let's go back until we find that. 9. Harlan, Marissa, Sean, Mary. So there's 4 people speaking in this scene, and it's a pretty long scene. And just for the sake of this video, to use it, you know, I do have more wires, but let's say I only had 3 wires. That's when numbering the cast and making notes over here is what I do. So let's say, okay, there's 4 people. So it looks like it breaks up into 2 different scenes. Harlan's at the beginning of it. Mary comes in at the end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change Harlan's mic over to Mary's mic. So taking the mic off of him, putting it on her, and that way we're still staying with the 3 wires that we're working with today. So before we get into that, let's number who all needs to be, say 4 here. And then let's see who all needs to be mic'd. It was Harlan, who we know is 3. Mary, who's 10. Okay, yeah. So 1 and 2. And 5 is Maggie. Maggie does not have any mics. So, or any lines. So now we have that information. What I like to do now is number the actors, right? So I usually put my number 1 on number 1 just because it's easier to remember. And since there's so many actors here, I might do like a little dash to kind of give me a little bit more space. So 1. Sean has a line in there. So let's put him on, since Harlan's talking throughout the day, it looks like, we'll keep his on. So we'll put Harlan on 2. And then Sean on 3. And number 10, Mary on 4. Oh, wait. So this is where I'm like, okay, naming these with numbers, or numbering these, sorry. Numbering these is where this gets helpful. So we know that Mary, number 10, will be on mic number 2, because we're switching it out with Harlan, right? So, which I don't normally do this. Again, this is just for an example, but sometimes it's like, oh, in the next scene, we need to pull this person's mic and put it on this person. But since there's no scenes like that in this day of filming, what I'm gonna do is just pick where Harlan comes out. So I like to mark on the sides. Sorry, this is a long scene, so it's through here. So let's see where Harlan kind of stops talking. I think it's on the first page, actually, of the scene. Yeah, so he has a couple lines here, and then he leaves. Yeah, literally says he leaves. So let's say that's where we pull his mic. Okay, so pull 3. So the actor number, pull actor number 3 and put it on 10. That way you don't have to actually think about the numbers of the mics or anything necessarily. You think of the people. And yeah, so again, don't normally do that in the middle of the scene, but since it was a long scene and just trying to cover some of the other stuff that I do, yeah, I feel like this is, you know, pretty accurate to what I do. I'm sure there's a few other things that I do. Sometimes I use different colors to help, you know, whatever. Oh, and, you know, say we finish this scene, boom, we're done. Finish that scene, done. And then I also do like to pull out the pages once we're done with the scene. But you got to make sure that we're for sure done and not just like, oh, actually, we're coming back to that after lunch. And it's like, oh, well, crap, I threw those away. So make sure the scene's done, pull the pages out, make your sides just exactly what you need to know. You don't need to remember any of that stuff, generally. I mean, you can keep it if you want, but again, I like to keep my focus on what I have coming up and not stuff that we've already done. So, yeah. If you have any tips or tricks or ideas to make this better, like, because this is not the definitive way. This is just how I do it. So if you have any ideas of, oh, well, I actually like to do this, and it's like, oh, well, that might be a good thing to tell me. So leave that in the comment. Do not like and subscribe, because it doesn't matter. Just comment below if there's any ideas that you think would make this better. But yeah, cool. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.